Hi guys! That was weird. It like paused right as I went on. So hi guys, this is Deborah from Housewife Eclectic here. I am live with you today. We are going to be making some sibling shirts and like a mom and dad shirt for to celebrate a new baby. So my brother, his wife just had a new little baby, so they just had a new little girl. And we are going to be making shirts today that say Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Sister Bear, and Baby Bear for their family. So, ooh, you can put on masks to give yourself a fun look. Who knew? So we are going to get started with that. I just got to get a couple of shares in so we can get a couple more people on, and then we will get started. I will show you how to make those super fun custom shirts. I'm excited about them. So my mom is going out to visit them to see the new baby in just a few days. Maybe 5 days? Not that that matters. And I'm trying to get those shirts done so that they can send them all. So I think we can do all 4 shirts. So they have 2 little kids. So we're going to do Sister Bear and Baby Bear. And then Mama Bear and Papa Bear for the grown-ups. I'm not sure if my sister-in-law will actually wear it, but I think my brother will. So she'll probably wear it for a photo. That's probably kind of how I would be. So if this computer will ever work, we will share the video a couple times. We'll see. Let me know when you hop on where you're hopping on from. I am Deborah. I am in the Salt Lake City area of Utah, kind of like up on the mountain, which I'm going to try and turn you guys a little bit without, let's see. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now you can see more desk, less ceiling. All around goodness. Okay, so while I'm waiting for this to pop on, I want you to all do something for me. So if you can go up into the description of the video, you will see that there is a link on how you can help your local schools out. If you guys will go ahead and click on that link, it will take you to a page that will show you how you can help your local school. You don't have to be a parent or a grandparent or an aunt or uncle or anything like that to help your local school. If you can click on that link, you can do a lot of good in just a couple of clicks. So go ahead and go up into the description and give that link a click. And what is going on here, guys? I'll remind you a couple other times throughout the show to go ahead and go up and do that for your local school. I'm just trying to open Facebook and it's like super, super slow. And it might be let's see what internet I'm connected to. So my parents, okay, so we live in a 3-generation household. So my parents are upstairs and we're downstairs. My mom just needed a little bit more help during the day. She and my dad travels a lot, so they asked us to move in with them. So we all bought a house together, and we all live together. It's super fun. My kids love it. But for some reason, they feel like they need to have like 6 different Wi-Fi's. So they do. It's a little bizarre. Okay, let's see if it's so. Sometimes like my computer will jump between the Wi-Fi's. And then I never know what I'm doing. Okay, so let me know. I see a bunch of you on. Let me know when you are on and where you are tuning in from. And we will get these shares going, and then we will make these super cute shirts. I think we're going to get all 4 done in our show, which I think is going to be awesome. And then we can, if you are just popping on, we are making shirts for like a family with new babies today. So it should be super fun. Hi, Martha. Okay, so I'm just going to get a couple of shares going, and then we will get started. So I'm Deborah. I blog at Housewife Eclectic. I've been blogging for about almost 10 years, which is crazy. Hi, Desiree. I'm going to get a few more shares going, and then we will get started. These shirts I think are going to be so easy to make and so super cute. So I think it should be fun. So if you are just hopping on, I've been having everyone go up into the description, and there is a link there that says you can help your local schools. Go ahead and head over there, and you can see what you can do to help your local school. You don't need to be a parent or aunt or uncle or anything to help out your local school. This is a cause that I am passionate about because my husband used to be a school teacher, and at the time I was actually really ill. So it was our only, he was a school teacher, and it was our only income. And it was a really horrible like not horrible because we loved his students and everything, but it was a really hard financial hardship for us to have to spend so much money on his classroom. And it was something that we definitely wanted to do because we wanted him to have the things that he needed for his kids in the classroom, but it was definitely a financial hardship for us. So that's definitely something that I am passionate about. So I'm trying to get you guys to all go up there to that link so we can, you know, hopefully lessen the impact on other teachers that have to do that. Okay, I'm almost done. One more link here, and we are going to get going on this. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys around so you can see my computer screen. Hi, Brian. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm using, so let's talk materials and what I'm using today. So I've got 4 different shirts here. One for mom, one for dad, one for little sister, and one for baby. One for, I guess, for she's the big sister now. She's only, she's not even 2 yet, so I keep thinking of her still as a baby, even though she's a big sister. So I've got black heat transfer here, and a Cricut Explorer Air 2. I just feel like I know people love their Cameo. I feel like it's so easy to teach people how to use the Cricut Explorer, so that's what we are going to use today. You know, people are like, this is always the moment where they freak out and like, but I love my Cameo. My Cameo's sitting over there. I got both machines. I have both machines. Oh, my English teacher grandma would kill me for that sentence. But the Cricut Explorer is just so easy to teach to people, so that's what we're gonna do today. So these shirts will be simple. They'll have the words across the top, and then they're gonna have a little bear on them. So I'm gonna show you how to pull an image from the Cricut library. I can also show you how to download and upload your own images depending on what you guys want to see today. So I am live here on Spaceships and Laser Beams every other Monday. Okay, there you go. You can see me from my computer. Let me know when you're popping on and where you are popping on from. So I am going to show you, we're going to start from the very beginning here. So we are going to go into Cricut Design Space, which is design.cricut.com. You have to have an account, but I mean, it's a free account. You don't have to pay anything. It's just a place to save all of your projects. So you're going to go ahead and hit this big plus sign. That's going to take you to the new screen. So you've got this grid here, which is really helpful. So that the boulder lines are an inch apart, and then it shows you, you know, it's got the little lines in between. It just is going to give you a really good option for measuring. It helps you measure really well. I'm going to scoot you guys back just a little bit. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to type out our text. So we're just going to hit this text button right here and type what we want to type. So the first one we are going to type is Papa Bear. It's working on it. Sorry guys, that's totally my internet connection. I'm not sure what's going on with it today. So we are going to type Mama Bear. Sister Bear. And Baby Bear. Okay, so those are our words that we are going to put on each of the 4 shirts. So we're going to go ahead and pick a font for them. I think I kind of want something, I might even do different fonts for different shirts. I kind of like this standard font for the Papa Bear shirt, but let's find something a little more scripty for Mama Bear. So if you go ahead and click on fonts, it's going to take you through all of the fonts. And the really cool thing about the Cricut is it's going to take you and show you, it's going to show you all of the Cricut Access fonts, which is something that's free for you if you have their you pay for the subscription service. It's going to show you all of the fonts you can buy from them, but it's also going to show you all of the fonts on your computer, so you can kind of do what works best for you. So that's kind of cute. Okay, let's find a font for Sister Bear. I want something kind of silly and fun for the little kids. Let's try this one. Sister Bear. Now let's find one for Baby Bear. So, I mean, you can totally do them completely uniform, but I feel like they're already going to match a little bit, so we can break that apart just a little bit and have a little bit more fun with it. So now we're finding a font for Baby Bear. So let's see what we can. So if you see over here, it'll tell you when a font is that one of the font is their font, and you can buy it to use, or it'll tell you if it's an Access font, or if neither of those are there, it's one of the fonts that's on your computer. So, and there are so many places to get free fonts. No. Oops. There are so many places to get free fonts, and you are always welcome to use the font and see if you like it. It won't charge you until you try and cut it, which is really nice. So you can put it into your design and stuff like that and see what you like. Of course, you don't have to do any of. Oh, that's cute. What are you thinking? Do we like the different fonts, or would you guys like better if it was all one font? Oh, hang on. You like my cute little design on the back of my computer? My 8-year-old drew that for me in paint when she was like 5, and I can't bring myself to change it. It's me and her. So I like these fonts. I think that's what I'm going to stick with, unless one of you tells me that I'm crazy and hideous and wrong. So now we are going to add a little bear image. So we won't resize them until we measure all of the shirts. So we're going to leave them those sizes for right now. We're just doing our basic design right now. So if you want to find a picture of a bear on like Google or something, you can type in bear silhouette, bear line drawing. Those are all great ways to find simple images. I think are going to use an image from the Cricut library here, so I'm just going to go ahead and click images. So the Cricut library, you see all these green things. If you subscribe to their monthly subscription, those are all free for you to use, which I do subscribe. If you don't subscribe, you can always, like I said, find something off Google that you like, or you can pay for them individually. For me, it's worth it to subscribe, but I use my machine often. So here are all the images that they have. I actually already know which image we're going to use because I went through these with my mom earlier before, and this is what she wants. So this is our cute little bear. We are going to just use black heat transfer. We're not using any layers or colors or anything like that today. So we are going to come over here, can you see? And I'm going to turn off, by clicking the little eye, I'm going to turn off the background so that it's just one little image now. Okay, so now we have, I'm going to turn you back around so you can see me. Yeah, Lorene says there are a ton of free SVG. There are, and you can upload any SVGs. There are so many places that you can find images and stuff like that. We're just being really easy today. So we are going to start with, let's start with the Daddy Bear shirt. So heat transfer is actually the opposite of sewing. You actually don't want to wash it before you iron to it, which is, counterintuitive. When sewing, in home ec, they're always telling you to wash it first. So, so this is the big Daddy Bear one, Papa Bear. So I'm going to lay it out here on my workspace, and then we are going to measure. So just regular sewing measuring tape. You're just going to kind of measure where you want your design so you know how wide it needs to be. So this can be about, I think, 12 inches wide. And then typically I'm not so much worried about the height of the design or how tall the design is. I kind of, unless I'm working with especially when I'm working with an adult t-shirt, I don't worry as much about that because you have quite a lot of vertical space. When we get to the baby shirt, we're going to worry a lot more about that because Megan, I don't understand what you're asking me. Are the ones the shirt for? I don't understand. Can you clarify? I would love to answer your question. Or if someone else wants to clarify, maybe I'm just having a moment. I didn't sleep well last night. My 3-year-old still doesn't sleep through the night, so that's rough. So with an adult t-shirt, I have a lot of vertical space, so I'm not worried so much about that. Within a baby shirt, we're going to have to worry about both the vertical and the horizontal space. So the shirts are actually from my, sorry, that makes total sense now. Megan wants to know if the shirts are for my family. The shirts are for my brother's family. So so we actually have 4 in my family too. So me and my husband, and then I have an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old. So these are for my brother's family. So it's him and his wife, and then they have an almost 2-year-old, and they have a brand new baby. So so they'll say Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Sister Bear, and Baby Bear. So they're my mom is so funny. She's like super into like the cute little. And I was like, Mom, they're only gonna wear it for like a picture, but she loves it. So that's what we're going for. So I think we're going to go maybe 10 inches wide on the Papa Bear. So the Papa Bear is definitely going to be the biggest design because it's the biggest shirt. I mean, depending on your Papa. My brother is a big guy. He's 6 something, and he's tall. He's like all legs. So we're going to resize this one to about 10 inches wide, and we left that font big and bulky because I think that's going to look the best with the Papa Bear. So, and then we picked that cute little bear, which is going to look adorable on the girls, and my brother's totally going to roll his eyes, but it's all good. So we're going to pull you back over so you can see my computer. So here's our Papa Bear. So if you click on it, and it's going to automatically pop up and show you how wide your design is, which is awesome. So like I said, with the Papa Bear, I'm not really worried about the vertical space, just because there is so much shirt because it is a fairly large shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch Papa Bear to be maybe about 9 inches wide because we want about 10 inches, but we've got this cute little bear here. So we're going to stretch Papa Bear, and then we're going to just put this little bear on the end. What do you think of that little bear on the end? Should he be bigger? Yeah, Emily, Megan, I'm sorry. I should have been able to figure that out. Like I said, didn't sleep well last night. My crazy 3-year-old still wakes up like every 3 hours. So, you guys think the bear should be at the end or the beginning? I think he looks cute at the end, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. So, this is what Papa Bear is going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and shrink that bear up just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. So, I'm going to copy and paste this bear a couple of times, so that I have a bear, and we are going to group these and attach them so that they'll be stuck to each, I need one more, stuck to each, words are good, stuck to each name. Oh, put the bear in the center. Look at Linda being so stinking cute. Okay, let's see if we can. Aw, cute people. See, this is why I need to do things live, because then people give me cute ideas. Okay, Papa Bear. There we go. So let's give us some space. There we go. It's so cute, guys. I love it. So we are going to go ahead and weld these together, which will make it so that it will print all as one, and that way you don't have to like mess around with cutting the words apart. Because one of the cool things about the Cricut is it's going to try and save you as much material as possible, which I adore about the Cricut. But in some cases like this, where we've put the bear in the center, that can also make it a little bit tricky. So all you have to do is select everything and then go into the bottom right corner and weld it all, or attach it, and then it's going to make it all one image to cut. So I'm going to make this a little bit together. Oh guys, so cute. I'm so thrilled with this. Come on. Sorry about my slow internet connection. It's killing me today. So then we are going to go ahead and we're going to do that. I'm going to change it again. I know, sorry. I got a new holder. If any of you guys have watched my show before, you can tell that my phone pops out quite a bit. I finally got a new phone holder. So hopefully it won't pop out anymore and make you all sick. Okay, so here is Mama Bear shirt. So not quite as big as Papa Bear shirt. So we're going to pull that off. Like I said before, this is not like sewing. You don't want to wash all the starch out of your shirts before you iron onto them. You want to iron on and then wash them later. And when I wash my stuff, if you wash them inside out, it's going to last a lot longer for you. Random tidbit of the day. Okay, so for my brother's shirt, we did his it's going to end up being about 11 inches wide with that bear. We definitely, measuring here on my sister-in-law's shirt, we definitely don't want it that wide. I think we probably want it maybe about 9, maybe like more like 8.5. So that's what we're going to try and get on her shirt. Let's see if we can do the little kiddo shirts. So this one is for the toddler. So this is a size 3 for her, which is probably even a little big. She's not quite 2 yet. But I didn't buy the shirts. Grandma bought the shirts. So I'm going to go ahead and write these down so that I can measure them all at once, and then we can finish designing all at once. I think that will be faster. So Mama Bear, we want about 8.5 inches. And then Sissa Bear and Baby Bear. Let's see how wide we want those. So I have a 14-year-old sister. My parents kind of adopted her a little bit late in life. And she's darling. Sweet girl, but she really is struggling with math right now. And she was watching me create these shirts for something else the other day. I was making shirts for my brother. Same brother, actually. He's getting lots of shirts, apparently. Let's see. Okay. So you want it right here in the center of the chest. My husband always makes fun of me when I do this in a live video. But whatever. You want it in the center of the chest. So I think for the sister bear, we are going to try and keep it between, like, to about 5 inches. If we do much more than 5, I think it's going to kind of fall off the sides of her chest and you're not going to be able to read it. Okay, and then look how adorable this is. The 0 to 3 months. Super cute little babies. They're little things, so much cuter than big things. Okay, and so for her, I think we can maybe go 4, but I think we should probably stick to 3, 3.5. Okay, so now we're done measuring all the shirts. Let's get redesigned. Let's get shrinking and all that stuff. Okay. Apparently sound effects make life better. Okay, so I'm seeing a bunch of new people hop on. So we are creating shirts for a family with a new baby. So that's for my brother and his wife and their 2 kids, one of who is just a few days old. So we will be doing Papa Bear shirt, Mama Bear shirt, Baby Bear, and Sister Bear, which I'm so excited about. They're going to be so stinking adorable, all of them, and they're probably going to roll their eyes at me, but we're going to call it good. So if you are just hopping on, I need you all to do something for me. I need you to go up to the description. In the description, there is a link that says something about helping your school out. Go ahead and click that link and you know, do the information there that you need to do to help out your school or your neighborhood school. Like I was saying earlier, my husband was a school teacher, and when he was a school teacher, I was quite ill, actually, like ridiculously ill at the time, and so I did not work at all, and it was our only source of income, and it was a really big stretch for us to do everything that we needed to do for his classroom. It was really hard, actually. So if there is something that you can do, easy to do, it's not going to cost you any money to go up and click that link and fill out the information to hopefully, you know, win some money for your school. So let's see, we said Mama Bear could be about 8.5. So let's pull out the Mama Bear to about 8.5. So I'm just looking down right here at this number. This number is what's telling me how wide it is. So that's about 8.5. You can type it in up here. Do you see there's a place where it says width and height, and you can size it exactly if you need it super, super exact. I don't need it super, super exact for this project. So, oh, look how cute it is, guys. Love, love, love it. Okay, so now let's work on Sister Bear. So this, I'm really liking the different fonts. What do you guys think about that? So Sister Bear can be about 5 inches. Actually, we need to put the space in there for the bear before we resize it, or it's going to end up being too big for this sweet little girl. So my parents have 12 grandchildren. How crazy is that? I can't believe my siblings and I have had that many kids. So I've got 2. My oldest sister has 5. My older brother has 3. Then the brother that's just older than me still needs to get cracking. And then this is the brother that's just younger than me that now has 2. My brother just older than me would probably hate to hear me say that. But I'm a sister. That's what I'm supposed to bust his butt. Okay. Why are you not popping up? Sorry about my slow internet here, guys. Come on, Sister Bear. Sister Bear. There we go. Okay, so let's put some spaces in there. Enough that we can get the little bear in there. Okay, I think that's perfect. Okay, so we'll just shrink this bear up. Oh my gosh, guys. These shirts are freaking adorable. Okay. Actually, we need to make this a little bit smaller. So it's so easy to customize with this program, which I love. Okay, do we want on this font, do we want it to line up there kind of at the bottom? I think so. But the Papa Bear, I think needs to line up with the P here. I'm not exactly sure where to line up the Mama Bear because her font is a little bit more scripty and a little bit wide. Megan wants to know if I'm gonna have more. You know what? Probably for us, probably not. My oldest sister has 5, and I love all 5 of those sweet boys. They're wonderful. But we were actually really super lucky to get our second one. That's why our kids are quite far apart. Our oldest is 8, and our youngest is 3. Our oldest is almost 9. They're almost 6 years apart. And they told us we would only get the one, and so we were super lucky to get the second one. And I feel grateful for her every day, even though she doesn't sleep through the night. Although, I might feel a little more grateful if she slept through the night. She's such a good girl, though. She is a sweetheart. And she, like, seriously, she's the sweetest little kid ever. I feel so lucky to have her. Okay, so we got to shrink up our baby bear because it is for a 0 to 3 month shirt, which is quite small. So then we've got our little bear here. Let's shrink him up. Oh, look how... See, things are just cuter when they're smaller. I don't know what that is about. Okay, so I like where baby bear's positioned. I like how Sister Bear's positioned. Tell me where to put the bear with this Mama Bear. I need your help. Okay, I'm going to make sure that before I weld these, I want to make sure that the bears are right where we want them to be. So doing this a little bit of extra work on the screen here is going to make it so it's a little bit easier for us to weed and then put the designs on the shirt. So there's our Papa Bears lined up with the P here. Let's just line Mama Bear up with she can just stand tall like a pineapple. I don't know, does that look funny to have Mama Bear up there? Should we shrink Mama Bear's bear a little bit more? I don't want to shrink it too much because I want it to be obvious that it's a grown-up bear. How much smaller are you than that? I think it looks perfect. Okay, so let's just go ahead and stick with that, I guess. I think Mama Bear is got one too many spaces in it. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay, make Mama a little bit smaller. Okay, what do you think about that? Want it to be very obvious that she's a grown-up bear, not a... Okay, so what we're going to do for each of these is because we don't want to have to reposition the bear and everything like that again. A little above, Lorene says a little above and a little below the words. What if we match that A, that top of the A to like her arm level? Do we like that? I think that looks a little bit better. So we're going to grab the Papa and grab the Papa Bear, and we are going to come down over to this right there, and we're going to hit attach, and that's going to make that all one shape. So now you see when I move it, it moves all together. So then we're going to do this with Baby Bear too. Hit attach. And you're also going to see it, it changes the color when I do that, because if things are different colors on a Cricut, it thinks you want to cut them out of different colors. So if you, when you hit attach and you make it one shape, it's also going to change the color so that the colors are the same. So that way it will, it tells the machine it all wants to cut out the same thing. So let's go ahead and hit attach on Mama Bear. And now we are going to go ahead and we are going to save this project to Family Bear Shirts. And since this is a project that I have, if you upload your own images, a lot of times you can't make the project public because that would be a lot of copyright issues for Cricut. So since this is one of their images and just basic fonts, I can make this one public for you guys to use if you want. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And then we're going to go ahead and up here in this corner, there's a big green button that says Make It. So now we're going to hit that. So it's going to sort projects into mats by color, but since everything is all black now, it should all sort that onto one mat. So let's just wait for that to populate. It's going to take a second. And since we are doing everything, so if you wait, everything's going to show up. It's going to put, it auto puts it on the mat for you, which is nice. It tries to save you as much. Oh, look, little Baby Bear one over here. It's going to try and save you as much material as possible, which is nice. So now everything is on my mat. Over here is a button that says mirror. You've got to push that since we are doing iron on onto a shirt or iron onto any fabric. If you don't push it, your text is going to be backwards when you put it on because you cut from upside down on heat transfer. So go ahead and mirror that. And you'll see that it's turning everything upside down for me. Well, like backwards. So everything is turned the way we need it. And then we're going to hit this green continue button in the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going to move you guys over here. Make you ill again. So I'm going to pull my machine out, which is right here. Turn it on. Open it up. Move this stuff out of the way. Okay, so here is my machine so you guys can see it. So over here on my screen, it tells me that I've got a fine point blade in, which is definitely what I want. And then it also tells me that my machine is set to vinyl, which is not what I want. The really cool thing about the Cricut is it's got so many different settings, so it knows exactly what you're cutting and it will cut with the right depth. It will, the blade will press the right amount. So we're going to come over here and we are going to switch the dial on the machine until it says iron on. It has a little warning here to tell you to make sure your thing is mirrored, which is super important. So this is my heat transfer. There's a really shiny side and kind of a matte side. I don't know if you can see the difference in the video. This one's really shiny. It's really obvious when you have the heat transfer in front of you. So I'm going to take this shiny side down onto my Cricut mat. And like I said before, your Cricut is going to try and save you as much material as possible, which is super nice. But that also means it's going to cut right in the boxes. So you need to make sure that your material is right up in the grid. And if it's not, try again. Mine wasn't that time, so because it's going to cut, it's going to start right at that corner, and you want to make sure for sure that that's where your material is. So now there's these little teeth here, In the machine, we're going to feed the mat under that. Press the arrow to feed it in. So now it's grabbed the mat, and then it's ready to go. So we just go ahead and press that button, and it's going to start cutting our project for us. So I'm going to turn you to face me a little bit. I guess you can watch that cut for a second. So it's just cutting, just a blade in there. So I'll turn you to face me, and we will chat while that's cutting. So I'm going to use a few tools to weed my heat transfer. These are my tools that I use for weeding. So there's fine tweezers, and then these like spring-loaded tweezers, and then a couple of different types of hooks. You can see that I do a lot of heat transfer projects. I have those tools right there. So this is my favorite. This is just a hook tool. I don't know if you can see if that's going to focus on that, but it's just like a little hook. It makes it so easy to weed. And then I also like to use the bright pad. It's like a big light desk. I don't know if you ever, my mom had a little teeny light desk when we were kids, and we used to love to lay like a coloring page on it and then another paper on top so we could trace really well. So that's really fun. So that's just cutting for us. I've got my tools here. So let me know where you guys are popping in from. So today is a nice warm bright day here in Utah. I'm a little over August. I'm kind of ready for fall. Are you guys ready for pumpkin spice and everything? I kind of am. I don't know. But then we get to fall and winter, and then I start to miss summer again and wish it was summer. So my kids have been fighting like crazy. I've never ever before this summer ever wanted my older daughter to go back to school. I always miss her like crazy when she's gone. But they're fighting like cats and dogs all the time now. So right now I'm like, maybe we just need, I don't even know so much that it's her going back to school. It's the structure. I think we need the structure back. We've been too little here, there, and everywhere. And, you know, at the water park. And speaking of water park, let's do the water park again. So that's just go ahead and cutting for us. It's about half done, which is awesome. And then I'll show you how to weed it out, and then we will get it onto our shirts. I'm going to go ahead and go turn my my heat press on. So this is my heat press. It is, I have a Singer heat press. I'm going to turn it to the cotton setting. I know most of you probably don't have a heat press. You don't do a lot of iron on and stuff like that like I do. So I'm going to walk you through how to do it with an iron. It is going to stay better with a heat press, but it can still stay awesome and fantastic with an iron. I just do so much heat transfer. It makes a lot of sense to have a heat press. Cricut is actually coming out with a super cool heat press. This one, like, it's always a little scary because you have to put your arms in it, which, I mean, is not a huge deal. I wonder if I scoot it forward if it will open a little more. Aha! Look at that. I always forget to pull it out, and I'm always, like, trying to shove my arms in there. Becky, it all depends on what you do. Becky says she really wants a Cricut, but she's not sure which one. So let's talk Cricuts, I guess. So I've had about every Cricut in the book, like from, you know, back when they were doing cartridges. You definitely don't need cartridges anymore. So I've had the Cricut Explorer, I've had the Cricut Explorer Air, and now I'm cutting with the Cricut Explorer Air 2. Apparently I have an obsession. They have a new machine coming out. If you are any sort of sewer or use fabric at all, the Cricut Maker is like crazy awesome. It has like a rotary blade on it, so you can cut fabric. I actually I got the chance to use one last week. I'll show you. So I made this cute felt rose with the Cricut. It cut all the little petals and everything. It cut felt, guys. Like, it cut felt. So that's really cool. So if you are a sewer or want to do sewing projects, I would definitely, like, the Cricut Maker comes out on the 20th, I think. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely one of those that I think they're going to really, like, add tools to and things like that. So there's the rotary blade. There's also the knife blade, which cuts balsa wood and stuff, which is super cool. So something that's awesome about the Cricut Maker, so it cuts fabric. So it cut all the fabric for this, and then my cut just stopped. Oh, apparently it just needed a break. So one thing that's really cool about the Cricut Maker is it marks your, you can see those lines on there, it marks your seam allowances. And it does these little notches so you know how to put your pieces together. So if you want to sew, things like that, the Cricut Maker is awesome. If you are a paper crafter, or you are like to do a lot of heat transfer in vinyl, I think the Cricut Explore Air 2 is a great starter machine. Like, I mean, if you're not ready to make the leap to wood and stuff like that yet, then I think this is a great machine. So I'm peel the mat. I always try and peel the mat from the heat transfer. That one didn't work as quite as well as I wanted to. Try and peel the mat from your heat transfer, not the heat transfer from your mat. That will keep your project from curling. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the plastic back on your mat so it stays sticky. So the Cricut Explore Air 2 can do some fabric. It can do bonded fabric, which is awesome. So it all depends on what you want to cut and what you want to do. So tell me what kind of crafter you are, Becky. So this is my bright pad, my vinyl, and my weeding tool. I also use, my kids steal my scissors all the time. It's like, I swear, and I'm always like buying new scissors because I'm like, it drives me crazy to not have them pretty much in every single room. So one of the ways that I save vinyl is I'm going to go ahead and cut around my design, cut the extra vinyl off so we don't weed that out. Because look how much extra vinyl there is. You can save, that's a whole nother project. We'll save that for a project. So cut that off. We are done with design space, so I'm going to go ahead and close that out. So this is the Cricut Bright Pad. It's just basically, it's a really big light desk, which is super cool. I mean, it looks like a big iPad, but it's got a lot of light there. Woo, blinding. So I'm going to go ahead and see if you guys can see what makes this cool. Is that, oh yeah, that was a good one there for a second. Sometimes my phone tries to auto adjust. You see there, it shows you all of the cuts. So it makes it really easy to weed your designs. So I'm just going to I go ahead and take my hook and I stick it into the edge of a design, and then I start to pull up. And it should weed like a dream. If you are having trouble weeding, you know, I would check. Sometimes I will try and weed and I'll be like, why isn't this weeding well? And then I realized I cut vinyl on like a paper setting. So always check your settings beforehand. Or if you've been cutting a lot, it could be your blade. So you see how this is just weeding like a dream? So I'm going to turn this off for a second so you guys can see. And then when I need to do my centers, I'll go ahead and turn it back on. So it should, everything that's connected should weed in one big sheet like this. You see how I'm pulling and it's weeding in one sheet? Sometimes things will get stuck in like the center of an A. I mean the top part of an A. So anything that's not connected, the centers of some of your letters, A's, E's, that kind of thing is not going to weed with this initial weeding. So I always call this the initial weeding. So Becky, I would look into I mean, it all depends. I know some people don't want to buy a machine when there's an upgrade coming. So it all depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you think you're ever going to want to do fabric and stuff in the future, it might be worth it to wait for the Cricut Maker. So if you're looking for, you know, trying to get the best price on a machine, I know that there's going to be good Cricut Explore Air deals on Black Friday. So, and I know that the Cricut is coming out with a new machine. They're coming out with a Cricut Maker, but they, I have actually talked to, you know, people at Cricut, and they've said that, you know, it's a completely different machine than the Cricut Explore Air, and the Cricut Explore Air is not going anywhere anytime soon. It's still going to be a viable machine that they're making updates for and things like that. So you don't have to stress about that. I know that there's some companies out there that when they release a new updated product, they kind of abandon the old products. they told me that they're not doing that with this mission. They're not doing that with the Explore Air. That that's still going to be a great option to buy and craft with. So I'm almost got my first weeding done, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so this is the first base of weeding. You can see that you can kind of see all of the, haha, look at that. So you guys are mirrored because I have my forward-facing camera on. So you can see that it's basically got the design, but all of the centers of all the letters are still in there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my light on, and I'm just going to take my hook and I just drag it across the center of a letter and pull up. It makes it really easy. So we're just weeding the center of Papa Bear right now. So make sure you get the center of the little bear's face. Sometimes it's easy to forget little bear's face. Okay, so I'm just getting the center of the words for Papa Bear. Make sure you get all of the, like there's a little tiny piece of heat transfer left when I pulled that one up. You want to make sure you get that, or that little tiny piece of heat transfer is going to iron down to your shirt, which is frustrating. I did that once on a shirt I was making for my daughter. I didn't realize that a tiny piece of heat transfer hadn't pulled up, and it looked like Elsa had a booger on the shirt that I made her. Very frustrating. Okay, so now I'm just weeding the center of Mama Bear. And then we will go ahead and get the faces on the little bears. I'm just going to get my centers right now. Okay, so you can see now as I'm pulling, you see how you can see the center of, I've pulled out the center of Papa Bear's, but not the baby. Not Sister Bear, I mean, not the baby bear. So the nice thing is when you're pulling centers, you're not trying to save them for anything. So you can really just stab them with the sorry, that font tripped me up for a second. I wasn't sure. I was like, that doesn't look like an A. It is. It's just a different looking A than I've been looking at. Okay, almost got Sister Bear weeded. So I just really stick my hook in there and pull up. So you can see it's totally pierced. There. Hi! Irma, how are you? We are making these cute heat transfer shirts for a family that just had a new baby girl. So the shirts say Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Sister Bear, and Baby Bear. Okay. So I've almost got all the words weeded, and then I'll show you what that looks like, and then we will do their faces. Oops. This Baby Bear font is it's very adorable, but it's a little tricky. Doesn't want to come up. There we go. I just got to get the center of that A, and we are good to go. Oh. Push that down. Okay, so this is what the center, all of the centers of our... Yes, I did reverse the images. So this, I'm showing you, I'm showing it to you, so it will go on the shirt this way. Oh, huh, that's funny. Facebook's mirroring the image for you. Facebook's mirroring the image, so it doesn't look right when I am showing it to you, Ashley, but it is. That's funny that it's doing that. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the centers of the bears out. I'm getting noses right now. Come out, little nose. So these are actually, I've actually made this brother a lot of shirts in the last week or so, because his wife just had a little baby. This is their second baby, but he is also in his PhD program, and he's got like this big test coming up that, no, Ashley, you weren't going crazy. Like, I promise it's right, but it doesn't, I guess it, like, it's funny, I was like, I'm holding it up. Wait, that should be backwards to you guys, because you're mirrored, but it's not. I don't know. He's in his PhD program, and he's got his big, like, huge test You know, the kind of test where if you don't pass, they kick you out of the program and give you a master's degree. So he's like super nervous. So I've been making him cute shirts to, he's in economics. He's in his economics PhD program. So I've been making, if you watched one of my last shows, they've all been about economics t-shirts. Okay, I'm almost done. I've got to get a couple little more bear eyes out. Okay, so Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Baby Bear, and Sister Bear are all done. I just got to finish this. Okay, so there we are. You guys see that? Those are all, look at that cute little baby bear. Okay, so those are all done. Let's turn that off so the light will readjust a little bit. Okay, so now the next thing, so they're all one sheet. So the next thing we need to do is we need to cut them apart. So just go ahead and cut around. So there's our sister bear. There's our mama bear. And there's our baby bear. Okay, so now they're all cut apart. They're ready to go on shirts. So let's go ahead and start. Let's start with baby bear first. So we're going to go ahead and lay her shirt out. And we're just going to stick her words right there in the center. Just like that. So it is sticky on the back, so it's going to stick for a minute. It's not going to stick long. Just long enough for you to iron it on, basically. So let's go ahead and stick baby bear in the heat press. Just going to go ahead and lay that down. So if you are ironing, you're going to want to stick your iron on a hot setting like cotton. And then you are going to want to make sure that every part of that design gets 30 seconds of pressure. You got to push, pressure, and heat. So here's our baby bear. And I like to hot peel. Some people like to wait till their shirt is cool. I think hot peeling is better because then it will show you if any part of your design peels up, you can go ahead and iron that part down again. So there's baby bear. Let's do sister bear. So this is our size 3 t-shirt. So we're going to take it and we're going to put sister bear right there in the center. So sister bear, go ahead and, so like I said, you want 30 seconds of, so that's one of the things that makes the heat press work so well is the pressure. So you've got to make sure that you're getting 30 seconds of heat and pressure on every part of your design or it's not. But the nice thing about an iron is you just go ahead and start to peel, and if anything pulls up on it, you just iron that part again. So sister bear. There we go. There's our sister bear shirt. Super cute. Let's do mama bear. Go ahead and put that one on the shirt. Center it. It's hard because mom is a little bit longer than bear, but we kind of want the bear centered on the shirt. Ugh. Mama bear. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna hold off on that one. Tell me you guys' opinion of where the mama bear is on the shirt. So for some reason my mom got a gray shirt for my brother instead of a white one like the rest of the family. So Papa Bear will go down easy because Bear and Papa are about the same length. So I think it's just because the ends are a little bit wider on the mama shirt. Okay, so let's figure this mama shirt out. Okay, that looks better, I think. See, that one stuck so good it wanted to peel before I even touched it. So there's Papa. And let's get this mama bear one done, and then we are done, guys. We got all 4 done. Ooh, there is one. Well, if you don't, little pieces of heat transfer get left on your your heat press, they're gonna iron to the heat press. So you can iron straight onto the plastic with these. If you peel the plastic up at all and you want to iron again, you definitely want to make sure that you have parchment paper down before you iron again. You never want to iron straight onto the design, or it will stick to your iron. Ask me how I know. Okay, so there's Mama Bear. Mama Bear. Let me show them to you in order, from big to small. Papa Bear. Mama Bear. Sister Bear. And Baby Bear. Super cute. They turned out darling. I'm in love. So I think their family is going to like them. So just a couple of things. So I'm Deborah from Housewife Eclectic. I am live on Spaceships and Laserbeam every other Monday. On the Mondays I'm not live here. I'm live on Mama Loves Food at 1:30 Eastern. Every Friday at 1:30 Eastern I'm live on my page, Housewife Eclectic. So if you want to see more fun designs, things like that. So I'm hoping we're going to make a Galaxy shirt on Friday. So if you want to see that, go ahead and go up into the description. You can find the link to my page there. Give it a like, so then you will be able to see other future shows. I'm going to go ahead and post a blog post about these shirts, hopefully today or tomorrow. So if you have any questions, hopefully they'll be answered. If not, go ahead and shoot me a Facebook message on my page. And also, one more plea to go up to the description, click that link for how to help your local school out and help out your local school. So thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun. These shirts turned out super cute. Oh, thanks, Nikki. I like the way they turned out too. I'm excited about it. So thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys all later.